Hello and welcome to my spring TBR, plus a little bit extra. It is time for another one of these 3-month TBR videos where I show you all the books that I'm reading for my reading challenges. So the Magical Readathon year-long challenge, the 2 buzzwords, and also Spring Equinox of Magical Readathon, which is in April. I'm gonna start with the Spring Equinox because that is literally next month. I am once again doing the same career, which is necromancer. I'm doing my last year, so I'll be like the top qualification you can get. I don't remember what it is. I think it's like, I don't know. I'll put the word on the screen. That you have like a character sheet and you get to advance each year. I am at the last one this year, so that's what I'm aiming for. So I'm technically doing necromancer for the last time with my character, and then next year I can pick another role or career, whatever. So as per usual, the necromancer career has 8 prompts that you need to complete to finish that semester, so the spring equinox. I'll leave the video in the description for you to check out G and she will explain it properly, unlike me. That rhymed. Love that. Yeah, I'll leave all the information in the description because I'm terrible at explaining. But anyways, my character needs to read 8 books for the readathon. So the first class I need to pass, basically prompt, is shape-shifting, which is to read a book that has dragon in the title or in the book. And I have 2 options, but I think I'm gonna go with what I am leaning more towards, which is the Book Talk book, Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. Will I like this? I don't know. But I want to read this regardless, even if it is just to be a hater. I don't know. I don't know anything about this other than it's about people who ride dragons. And that's all I need to know. There's a dragon on the cover, there's dragons in the book. So this will be my shape-shifting book, I guess. The next prompt is animal studies, which is to steal a book from somebody else's TBR. I'm not doing that right now. I will do that in April because I feel like this is a prompt I can leave for later, and that will happen with some others as well. Like Inscription, which is you take 3 books and you read the first sentence, and you have to pick based on that. I'm not doing that right now. I'm gonna pick later. I don't know which books I will be reading. Maybe I will do it with some of the reading challenge books that we will get to, but I don't know. The same thing goes for Spells and Incantations, which is to read a book that has the word from your last book. I could do that right now, but I don't want to. I want to do it then. When I decide I'm doing that prompt, I will pick a book based on the book that I read before. Next, I have Conjuration, which is to randomly generate a country and pick a book by an author that is from that country. And now is where the struggle is. So I like to prepare myself, so I did this the day that the premiere of the readathon announcement came out, and G said to generate 5 countries to make it easier. The first country that I got was Zimbabwe, and I tried finding books that I am currently interested in because I'm sorry, I have too much on my bookshelves to be adding more stuff onto my reading plans, if that makes sense, my TBR. So I don't want to force myself to read something else, even though maybe these books would be amazing. I found like 5 books that were written by Zimbabwean people from Zimbabwe. Oh my god. So I'm just not gonna do that. The next country I got was Jamaica, which I do have an author that I love that is Jamaican, which is Nicola Yoon. I have read a lot of books by her, 3. I loved 2, didn't like 1. The only other book that I'm interested in is her newest release, which is One of Our Kind, but I don't have that. So unless I find it on like Audible or something, I don't know if I will read that, but that is one of the options. The next country that I got was the Republic of Congo. I could not find a book that I was interested in already, so I just skipped that. And then I got the UK, which is really, really easy because a lot of books from here are from British authors. And then I got my own country, which is crazy. I personally hate reading in Portuguese. Don't know why, has always been a thing. I have read a lot of Portuguese books. I've read a lot of these Sofia Melo whatever children's books. Did not like them. I've read Saramago. I have read, what else? A bunch of books for school that were not good, that were from like Mozambique and stuff, that were in Portuguese. I've read a lot of books in Portuguese and I haven't liked any of them, so I'm not doing that. Maybe I could have read a translated version of a Portuguese book, but that seems kind of ridiculous. Whatever, I'm not doing Portugal. That was also the last one that I got. If I can't find the Nicola Yoon book on like some subscription platform like Audible or the likes, I will have to go with the UK, and I have a plethora. Is that the correct use of that word? I don't know. I have a lot of books that are from the UK. The authors that I have that I've written down are Neil Gaiman. I have one book that I haven't read, which is Neverwhere, that I own. Beth O'Leary, I have The Road Trip, which I could read. Holly Jackson, which is the author of The Good Girl's Guide to Murder, which I have 3 books from. And I think Samantha Shannon is British. This queen right here. And I could read A Day of Fallen Night, even though it's huge. I don't want to commit to any of the books, but that's what I've gotten as like the countries. I will see about the Nicola Yoon book, even though I'm not really that fully interested because I did not like Instructions for Dancing. We'll see, basically. I'm not picking that either. I can't pick anything. Next is Restoration, which is to read a book that is above a 4-star average rating. And I'm gonna do myself a favor and I'm gonna read a manga, which is Orange. I have the first and second complete collections. I think there's a 3rd book, but I don't know. And this is about a girl who receives a letter from herself from 10 years in the future. She doesn't think it's real until stuff starts happening from the letter. And I think it's also a romance. I don't remember, but I want to watch the anime after I read this, so I have to read it to watch it. Next I have Lore, which is to read a book that has a musical term in the title. And the only one I think I have is Let Me Hear a Rhyme by Tiffany D. Jackson. It is also about music, so I think it fits. I have loved other books by Tiffany D. Jackson, so I'm excited. Don't remember what this is about though. And the last prompt that I have to read for the spring equinox is Demonology, which is to read a book with a missing person. And I don't know if I have that because I tried to Google it and apparently The Good Girl's Guide to Murder fits that prompt. I think most thrillers would fit that prompt. I'm not sure. I will have to pick properly in April because I'm not sure. But those are all the prompts and books that I have to read for the Magical Readathon spring equinox version. I clearly picked barely any books for that, but we're gonna ignore it. Now we're gonna move on to the year-long challenges that I have decided I'm doing, which are the magical year-long thing and the Buzzword, the 2 versions of Buzzword, because I'm psychopathic. I don't know. We're gonna start with the year-long Magical Readathon books because that seems easier. So for April, the prompt that I am picking, which is my little road whatever, is 4D, which is to read a book in the AM hours, so in the morning before noon. I'm not picking a book for this. I'm just gonna do this with a random book. Which one? I don't know. For May, the prompt that I'm picking is to read a book that features dancing. So the main character dances or something like that. I don't know if I have that. Seriously. I think this is gonna be another one I can't pick because I have no clue. And then for June, I am picking the prompt that is to read a fantasy book that features a fantastical creature. And I have a lot of books that I can pick. I'm gonna pick one right now, but it might change. Magical creature. What has like a magical creature? I'm already letting you know that it's very, very unlikely that I will actually get to this then, but I'm picking Empire of the Vampire. Vampires are magical creatures, I think, so I'm counting it. This is huge. Don't know if this is happening. All that I remember is that it is about a person who is half vampire, And the world that we follow is vampires versus humans, and he is like the defender of the humans, I think. I don't remember. But yeah, I wanted to read this and I bought this, so now we're doing it. Maybe. Maybe. And now let's move on to Buzzword. I'm gonna do each month and both books and the 2 books of that month, if that makes sense. I feel like that will be more logical. I don't know. So for April, the 2 buzzwords actually match up pretty well. They're both animal related. So for the word, the buzzword, you're supposed to read a book that has an animal in the title, and for the buzzword cover, it's an animal on the cover. And I think I'm gonna pick Serpent and Dove, which is like a witch and a witch hunter romance, I think. But if I don't do this, I will do Girl, Serpent, Thorn by Melissa Bashardus. Melissa? Yeah, I got that right. I don't know, just because this is like longer, it has normal writing. I don't know, but I've owned this for a while and I've heard mixed reviews, so that's why I want to get to it. For May, the buzzword word is guide, and I have 2 options, or 3, I don't know, 2 options, let's say, which I think I'm gonna go with The Lady's Guide to Petticoats and Piracy by Mackenzie Lee, which is the 2nd book in the Gentleman's Guide, whatever. This follows the main character's sister from the 1st book, Sister. I don't know what else happens in this, but I really enjoyed the 1st book, so that's why we're here. For the buzzword cover, it is to read a book that has an eye on the cover, or eyes, I think it's just an eye. And I'm choosing the Atlas 6. It has this eyeball thing with a knife in it, and there's an eyeball. I think this is a competition between magicians, but I don't remember, nor do I want to actually read what it is about, so yes. And finally, June, for the buzzword version, I don't have any books that have words relating to memory, I think. Like remember, I don't think I have that. If I do, I will obviously read that then, but right now I don't think I have anything like that. But for the cover buzzword, it is to read a book with celestial things on the cover, so like stars, moons, whatever. And I think I'm gonna go with The Daughter of the Moon Goddess by Su Lin Tan. All that I remember about this is that it is based on Chinese mythology, I think. That's all I need. Yeah, I'm not looking into this. These are all the books that I'm planning on reading. This is a lot. This is really heavy. I'm scared I'm gonna drop this. So I'm just gonna hold them. These are all the books that I'm planning on reading in the next 3 months. Some things might change because I am built like that, but this is what I'm right now gonna settle on for all of the prompts and challenges. Hopefully I actually read some of them at least, or most of them. That would be great. Even though there are a lot of big books in that pile, I'm a little bit scared and intimidated, but hopefully everything goes well. I'm so far this year doing pretty well in my opinion. I have read mostly books from my physical TBR. I haven't abused my NetGalley account and the ability to ask for books. So I think I'm doing really great. I think this version of TBRs is better for me, which is lovely. If you have any recommendations for books from an author that is from Zimbabwe or the Republic of Congo, let me know. I don't like nonfiction, so keep that in mind. We'll see what I will read for that prompt. It will probably be just a book from the UK because that's easier, but we don't know. I don't know. But that is everything for today, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!